right, I'm making this video as a follow-up kind of to the last video that I made in regards to my rant on just kind of having a bad day and how things are going. Well, this exponentially got worse. In the last video, the truck that you're seeing on the screen now is a junk truck that I was bringing to the junkyard to cash in and get a few $100s for the junk metal. I did that this morning, and all was going well till about 10 minutes away from the place that I was junking the vehicle. All of a sudden, a plume of smoke came out from underneath my truck. I shut the motor off instantly, put the truck in neutral, and I rolled off to the side of the road. Got out, looked things over, couldn't really see any issues other than covered in some type of oil underneath. So that was it. I didn't want to start the engine back up, kind of put the truck in park, and ended up getting another truck to come out and pick up the trailer to continue bringing this truck here to the junkyard. And then with the empty trailer on the way back, we grabbed the truck that was towing this vehicle up, and we picked it up and brought it back to the shop. And what I ended up finding, this is one of the oil cooler lines. As you can see, it looks fairly new because somebody right before I got this truck replaced them both. This being one of them that they replaced. And as you can see, the crimp connector where it connects the hose to the steel line looks crimped. It appears to be okay, but the rubber hose blew off of the connector. And I know I've heard of this in the past. I know that this is an issue with these. Be careful when you buy these lines if there's different qualities and different ones that you can buy when you go to look them up. See if there's different options to maybe less expensive versions, more expensive versions, because there are different grades. I do believe after I got the truck back, I filled it with oil, I fixed the leak, and I went to try to start it again, and the motor would just click. It would just turn over maybe like 1 degree, a very little bit, each time I clicked the starter. I tried turning the crank with the, by the crank pulley, and I couldn't get that to happen. It was pretty much seized up. I pulled all the spark plugs out, getting rid of any compression just to see if that, might have helped it. I still tried to turn it over. I could not get it to turn over. So I don't know if the pistons seized inside the cylinders or the main bearings seized up and melted or what the deal is, but my 5.7 liter Vortec motor that only had 120,000 miles on it, that had plenty of life. I mean, these motors are easily good for 300,000 miles if you take care of them, is now junk, in need of either a rebuild or a replacement. So don't know what I'm going to do, but I figured I'd share this with you guys. There's a lot of these external oil coolers on a lot of different variations of trucks out there. Just keep an eye out. This just kind of happened that quick, and I lost the oil that fast. Literally, I shut the motor off within maybe 5 seconds of me noticing this, and it was already too late. The motor was gone. So keep an eye out for if you guys have these. Another thing is they also rust quick and it'll start leaking. Usually that's a slow leak and you can kind of catch it before it gets to this, but be careful on the parts that you buy and replace them with. In my opinion, this is a defective part, but good luck trying to argue that, especially since I'm not the one that replaced it. Somebody else did before me. So who knows? Rest in peace, Trusty Rusty. That's what I called the old plow truck that I bought it, threw a Rust-Oleum paint job on it, and I've been using it all season. It's been rock solid up until this happened, and it would have continued if it wasn't for this faulty line. Here's what it is. Have a good one, guys.